Okay everyone, so in this class, now we are going to continue with the activities. Very interesting activities have been given which we done already practical earlier if you remember. Right. See, in the first activity, yeah, silent. Take a quick lime, that is calcium oxide. What is mean by quick lime? Write on. Quick lime. Quick lime is nothing but calcium oxide. Formula will be CaO. Right. So you have to take a quick lime in one of the beaker. Right. And after taking quick lime, you have to add some 10 ml of water. Remember, we will add always distilled water. Right. After adding water, you have to observe that whether you have to touch the beaker and you have to see whether the beaker is hot or not. Clear? So what we do here, we'll take one beaker. We will add some amount of calcium oxide. It will be in the form of little bit powder. Right. And in that calcium oxide, you add some amount of water. But that must be distilled water. So what is the difference between normal water and distilled water? 100% pure water. Right. In distilled water, only H2O will be there. Nothing apart from H2O will be available. Now the normal which we drink in home or from RO purifier, that's all. In that water, along with H2O, we will have some amount of fluorine, some amount of iron, some amount of other minerals. Right. Now tell me, we should drink the distilled water or this water? This water. Why? Because our body, along with water, needs some minerals also. Calcium, iron, these all are necessary for our health. Right. That's why we should drink that water which has these rich minerals. Right. Clear? That's why we should not use distilled water for our daily consumption. Getting with this? This is also water, that is also water, but in this zero minerals will be there. Nothing else will be there, only H2O. In that water which we use for drinking, we have so many minerals. Right? Clear with this? Now tell me, sir, that water we will drink, why don't we use in the reactions? Because if we use that, see in this water will be there only H2O. In that water, along with H2O, iron will be there, magnesium will be there, calcium will be there, so many chemical elements will be there. Then that element may do reaction again. Then our reaction will change. Right? Only water should react, but this also will react. We mix that water. That's why we should not use that water in the laboratory work. Is it clear, everyone? Already I have shown you the distilled water. Separately we'll get in the market. Right? Clear with this point, all of you? So, clear? Distilled water, normal water differences? Nothing will happen. Nothing is wrong in that. Clear with this point, everyone? Now, we are adding quick lime, that is calcium oxide, CaO formula. In that we are adding some amount of water. Now, if you touch this beaker after some time, you will feel that the beaker is hot. So, what does it mean? Why the beaker is hot? Because when this two will react, heat energy is released. Right. So जब ये दोनों react होंगे तो heat energy निकलेगा उनसे. वो heat energy क्या करेगा? Beaker को heat कर देगा. Right. Then clear with this? So that heat energy which is coming out of this will make the beaker hot, and if you touch it, you will get the sensation. Got with this point, all of you now? Right. That's why we feel that beaker is hot when you touch it. Right? Okay. So, now, clear everything? Yes. That much only is the activity. Now, look at two types of reaction. Yeah, activity is that much only. CaO plus H2O. Reaction also we'll see after some time. Now, we'll see exothermic reaction and endothermic reaction. Exothermic reaction is that reaction in which heat energy is released out. Right? एक्सोथर्मिक रिएक्शन एक ऐसा रिएक्शन है जिसमें से हीट एनर्जी रिलीज होगा. राइट? क्लियर? लाइक इन दिस हीट एनर्जी रिलीज्ड और नॉट? इफ यू टच, यू आर फीलिंग दैट. So that means heat energy has been released. So this is comes under exothermic reaction. Clear with this point, everyone? Right. Next, endothermic reaction. Endothermic reaction is that reaction in which heat energy will be absorbed. Right. So ऐसा reaction जिसमें heat energy absorb होगा उसे endothermic reaction कहेंगे. Why you seeing here and there, sir? Bharat, you only. हाँ? ऐसे देख रहे हैं, कुछ कोई मिल गया ऐसे, कुछ जादू है क्या आसपास? यहाँ देखो ना सर. Right. Clear with this? Endothermic reaction is that reaction in which heat energy will be absorbed. Right. So reaction which releases heat energy is said to be exothermic, and the reaction which absorbs heat energy is said to be endothermic reaction. Clear with these two things? Now tell me which reaction is it? Don't say everyone. Wait. Yashwant, ये कौन सा reaction है? Exothermic, endothermic? Exothermic. Sure. Okay, sit. Appreciate everyone. Next, Bharat. Stand. Now he won't answer, you see, because he didn't listen. What is mean by endothermic reaction? Chemical reaction को endothermic reaction बोलते हैं. Yeah, just now. Because he is not listening. Yashwant, why he could answer? Because he was listening. And Bharat was doing something like Hrithik Roshan. And that's why he is unable to answer. Yeah, that's what the important thing. You just listen the class, 80% of the preparation will be done in the class itself by listening. Remaining some 20-30% depends on your revision, because revision is necessary to remember the things. समझ में तो इधर ही आ जाएगा, बट भूल जाएंगे कभी. That's what the human nature is all about. For that we have to do revision. Getting, but 70-80% you can cover in class itself if you listen. Right? If you become Hrithik Roshan, Salman Khan, na? Right? Then your life will be like Brahmanandam. Understood? Sit. All will make fun of you. In like movie. Will get always? Okay, clear with this? So, once again listen. Exothermic reaction are that reaction in which heat energy will be released. Endothermic reactions are that reaction in which heat energy will be absorbed. Right? Clear with this two meaning? Yes. Okay. Now let us see the equation. See, what we are adding in this calcium oxide. Whatever we are adding, we should write on left hand side. That is reactant side. Clear? So किसी भी इक्वेशन में हम जो कुछ भी ऐड कर रहे हैं उसे कहाँ पे लिखना होगा? लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में, एरो से पहले. राइट? क्लियर विद दिस पॉइंट? नाउ आफ्टर एडिंग दिस टू वी आर गोइंग टू गेट कैल्शियम हाइड्रोक्साइड, CaOH2. What this called as? Calcium hydroxide. Ca means calcium, OH2 means hydroxide. So total name is calcium hydroxide. Clear with this point, everyone? Right. So what we are adding? Calcium oxide plus water. What we are getting? Calcium hydroxide. Clear with this point? We can write chemical equations in two ways. This is also one chemical equation. This is also chemical equation. Both are same only. But what the difference? Here we are writing in with names. Here we are writing with formulas. Right? Clear with this point, everyone? Chemical equations can be written in two ways, with names or with formulas. But we should write with formulas always. Why? Slowly I'll say you after 2-3 activities. Right? Clear with this point? So understood the reaction? Calcium oxide plus water. After adding, we will get calcium hydroxide. Got with this point? Any confusion with this? Okay. Now with this, this activity will end. But one small point you have to discuss, everybody. See, the activity is this much only, but something testing they have given. All of you, read the last line of this activity. A red litmus paper. Read yourself slowly. Done? So what they're testing? They're testing whether solution is acidic or basic in nature. Obviously we'll get a solution here after mixing both. We should check whether it is acid or base. Okay. Will you do tomorrow? I'll give some litmus papers to everyone. At home you test whether tea is a basic or acidic. Right. And salt water like ORS water. Basic or acidic. Right? And lemon juice. Make the lemon juice. After making you drink, sir, who is saying you to waste? Right. Clear? Understood. What's going on? Prepare it, drink it afterwards. There is nothing chemical, sir. पहले पी लो थोड़ा रुको बस. Yeah, clear? So tomorrow, everybody will be giving you 3 leaves of litmus paper. Those are called leaves only. Right. Clear? So everybody should test these 3 and should make video of that. Right. Getting with this? So on Friday, along with your exam marks, these marks will also be added. Right. Clear? What you should test? Now I'll explain that. Already explained you many times. Right. Once again I'll listen. So I'll be giving 3 litmus paper, blue and red leaves. You have to test 3 things. Salt water, tea, not tea powder. You should make the tea and test. Chai pee lo fir. Right. After that, you have to test the lemon juice. Clear? And salt water, tea, lemon juice. And you say which is acid and which is base in video. In video you only decide and tell me. You should prepare and send. Clear? After testing you just inform verbally. Clear? Okay, let's see that only now. Silent. Now we'll see that only. What you have to do after making this all solution, you take the blue litmus paper and dip in it. Right. After dipping, blue litmus paper will remain blue only. Will not change. Okay, blue is not changing, keep it aside. Now take red litmus paper and dip in it. Red litmus paper will change to blue color now. So red changes to blue. What does it shows? It shows that the given solution is a basic in nature. Clear with this? अगर red paper blue में convert हो गया, तो वो solution क्या है? Basic है. Getting with this, so in that it will happen. Red will change to blue. So that means solution is a basic solution. Right, ये छोटे छोटे एक्सपेरिमेंट करते रहने चाहिए ताकि तभी हमारे अंदर साइंटिस्ट जिंदा रहता, नहीं तो मार जाएगा. साइंटिस्ट जो साइंटिस्ट ब्रेन है ना, उसको खत्म कर देंगे आप खाली मगअपिंग नेचर से मगअपिंग करके पढ़ेंगे तो. छोटे छोटे ऐसे एक्टिविटी जो हम कर सकते हैं करते रहना चाहिए. Getting with this? Right, if possible sometimes you should try to repair the TVs also in your home. खरीद के लेके आ. Yeah, clear with this point? So understood with this activity and testing? Okay, observe for 2 minutes. Blue litmus paper will not change to any color in this. Blue will remain blue only. Red litmus paper will change to blue. Okay? Right, 2 types we'll get basically in general. Okay, understood with this? Observe for 2 minutes.
Sir, if we will organize activity now, our parents will say, why you are wasting the time?
चाय मेहमानों को पिला दो बस. मेहमान नहीं आए तो जबरदस्ती लेके आओ. राइट. आज चाय बना रहे घर को आओ बोल के बोलो. स्पेशल चाय टेस्टिंग के साथ.
चाय पे बुलावा.
या वही टेस्टिंग के साथ चाय पिला रहे बोल के बोलो. Yeah, okay, observe 2 minutes, everyone fastly, till I explain the next activity.
Ginger tea.
वो कुछ भी बनाओ. Right. Ginger, lemon, green tea, right, coffee tea. Yeah, they're getting coffee tea also nowadays. In market you'll get Irani tea, Pakistani tea. Okay. Fastly I'll ask question. Be careful. Today we have still lot of time I'll ask question at the end. If you don't answer, you see.
Only one activity explain, sir.
Still going on. You first observe this. First. Don't waste time. Observe. Okay, done? Don't write. After getting email IDs, you'll get this all. You must have to bring. Yeah, look at here everyone now. Activity number 2. Yeah. Now you go. See, look at here. Activity number 2. In this, what you have to do? You have to take the 2 beakers. Right, first of all, take 2 beakers. In that, in first beaker, go from here. Okay, go. You add sodium sulfate. Right. And before adding sodium sulfate, first you add 100 ml of water. Again distilled water. Whenever I say water in chemistry topics, you must understand distilled water. So first add 100 ml of distilled water, then add some amount of sodium sulfate. Na2SO4, sodium sulfate. So when you add this, you are going to mix it now. After mixing, you will get the sodium sulfate solution. Right, water and sodium sulfate you mix, then you are going to get sodium sulfate solution. In the next beaker, add 100 ml of water and add barium chloride. What is the formula? Sing and sing. Very good. So add BaCl2. So this is barium chloride. So when you add barium chloride, mix it again. After mixing, you are going to get barium chloride solution. Is that clear, everyone?
Yes.
Right. Now what you do? Take one more beaker. In this, some amount of sodium chloride solution you add in this. Sodium sulfate solution you add in this. Right, ये solution बन गया ना? इसमें का थोड़ा solution इसमें डाल दो. Right? And in that beaker you add some amount of barium chloride solution. This also you add. So sodium sulfate and barium chloride you have to add in another beaker. Clear? So we added both the solutions. After some time you will see that in this white color substance is settling down. White color powder will be formed and that will settle down at the bottom. तो क्या बनेगा इसमें? व्हाइट कलर का पाउडर बनेगा. वो कहाँ सेटल होगा? बीकर के सबसे निचले भाग पे. Is it clear, everyone? Right. So understood activity? Take one beaker, add 100 ml of water. In that add sodium sulfate, mix it thoroughly, dissolve it. Then you will get sodium sulfate solution. Take another beaker, add 100 ml of water, add some amount of barium chloride, mix it thoroughly, dissolve it, and then you will get barium chloride solution. Clear? Now take one empty beaker. In that you add some amount of sodium sulfate solution and some amount of barium chloride solution. leave the setup for some time. Right, don't disturb it. Then after some time what you'll see, at the bottom of the beaker, you will get the white color powder. That is called as precipitate. Is it clear? Definition we'll see after some days, means tomorrow. Right, clear with this point everyone? So, look at this equation now. This two we are adding.
We have to leave that.
Didn't just add and leave it. Clear? Automatically, after settling, it will happen automatically. Right, on the table, I just kept as it is in the test tube holder. Instead of beaker, I used the test tube. Doesn't matter, we can use test tube also. Now, what we get in this, Na and Cl. Here Na is there, here Cl is there, both will combine together. And they form NaCl. You do balancing later on if it is not balanced. You know balancing how to do?
Yes.
Right. Now, these two will combine. So, you will get barium sulfate. So, sodium sulfate and barium chloride we added. But we are getting sodium chloride and barium sulfate. Is it clear everyone? This is called sodium. Yeah, don't say now Sodi. You know Sodi?
Yes.
Sardarji of Tarak Mehta.
Yes.
And this is barium. Barium sulfate. Is it clear everyone? Now this sodium chloride is nothing but white color powder. That is nothing but the salt which we use in our home. We have the salt at home?
Yes.
That is also sodium chloride only. NaCl. Getting? Right. फिर ये salt जाके खाने में मत मिलाओ, मम्मी जो लगा देगा. Getting? Right. That is also salt. Whatever we use at home, that is also NaCl. This is also NaCl. This will be in the form of white powder. White powder. ये जो नीचे white powder बनता बोला था ना मैंने, वो यही है. Salt. Salt white color में मिलेगा ना generally, right? That is called as precipitate. Is it clear everyone? Right. Understood with this? So after mixing these two, we get the sodium chloride and barium sulfate. Understood till this? Now listen one interesting point. In this you see, this one which sulfate was with sodium, but now it went with barium. Sulfate earlier it was with sodium, but now combined with barium. So one compound has changed, na? Right. Chlorine was with barium, but now, no, individually if you say we should call chlorine. Okay? So chlorine was with barium, but now it combined with sodium. So it also changes place. So how many substances or elements are changing place? 2. That's why this reaction is also called as double displacement reaction. Why? Because 2 substances are changing its place. Displacement means movement, changing. Right, how many substances are changing place? 2. That's why this reaction is also known as double displacement reaction. This point won't be given in your textbook. Is it clear everyone? Right, some of this additional information you will get during regular class only. You won't get during even doubt sessions also. Getting with it? That's why regular class has its own importance. Right, जब डाउट सेशन में बोलेंगे हम लोग इसी टॉपिक को फास्टली बोलेंगे. अभी जितने फ्रीली मैं समझाऊंगा ना आराम से, उतने आराम से मैं आपको डाउट सेशन में नहीं समझा पाऊंगा, क्योंकि समय कम रहता था. Getting with this? That's why you should try to come regularly. Then you'll get more and more benefit. And I can assure you, make it very confirmation that if you listen my classes regularly, you can even get the rank in IIT and NEET also in future. Right? Because that much details I'll explain which will help you in IIT and NEET. How many of you don't know IIT NEET meaning? Very good. Down your hands. Clear with this point? This knowledge, if you use it, and that you'll get only in regular class only. If you use it, now slowly you'll build up that foundation which will help you in your 11th and 12th also. Getting my point? That's why it says you don't miss the regular class. Right. You won't get this much details again this class after this. गेटिंग माई पॉइंट? ओके, वीडियो में रहता, जब यहाँ सुनते वो अलग बात रहता, वीडियो में अलग रहता, याद रखो। राइट, वीडियो में इससे सुनते बैठते ना, बाजू से मम्मी बुलाते, राइट। फिर
If we get rank in NEET and IIT, what about CLAT exam?
anyone you should write, sir. Right. Clear. Got with this point? Okay, understood with the equation and reactions. Observed for a while.